When cops find dead celebs. When fame shines bright, but life ends in the shadows, tragedy leaves its mark. The lights on stage, the crowds chanted their names. The moments they inspired millions, cut short by bullets, betrayal, or overdose. In this video, we're uncovering 9 haunting stories of when police found some of America's biggest rappers and stars, lifeless and gone too soon. Scenes that left even seasoned officers stunned. Investigations that shook entire cities. Legacies that continue to echo long after the headlines fade. Some fell victim to violence. Some were claimed by the demons they couldn't escape. All of them remind us that behind the fame, every life can be heartbreakingly fragile. 1. Juice WRLD, 2019. In the dead of night on December 8, 2019, federal agents in Chicago police awaited Juice WRLD's Gulfstream jet at Midway Airport, tipped off about possible guns and drugs on board. At roughly 2 a.m., officers searched 2 luggage carts, uncovering 70 pounds of marijuana, 6 bottles of codeine cough syrup, and 3 firearms. During the search, 21-year-old Gerard Higgins suddenly convulsed and suffered a seizure. A Homeland Security officer administered Narcan, reviving him briefly, but by 3:14 a.m., he was pronounced dead at Advocate Christ Medical Center. The Cook County Medical Examiner later ruled the death an accidental overdose of oxycodone and codeine. The shocking scene, drugs, guns, seizure, in the sterile airport hangar became a tragic cautionary tale. Fans worldwide mourn a talent lost far too soon. His mother later launched a foundation to support youth battling addiction. 2. PNB Rock, 2022. On a sunny Monday afternoon, LAPD officers arrived at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles around 1:23 p.m. after multiple 911 calls reporting a shooting. Inside, 30-year-old Rakeem PNB Rock Allen was slumped over his lunch, several gunshot wounds to his chest and back. Paramedics rushed him to a nearby hospital, but he was pronounced dead at 1:59 p.m. Investigators determined the attack was a robbery. Suspects demanded jewelry before opening fire. Surveillance footage captured a teenager entering, firing, then fleeing in a getaway car. In August 2024, the shooter's father was convicted for orchestrating the killing, and the teen was found mentally unfit for trial. Fans and fellow artists reacted in shock. Murals, vigils, and social media tributes flooded in. His girlfriend's geotagged Instagram post just minutes earlier sparked debate on privacy and safety. The tragic moment underscored the vulnerability of fame in broad daylight. 3. Aaron Carter, 2022. On the morning of November 5, 2022, police and medics rushed to a residence at Lancaster after a housekeeper discovered Aaron Carter, 34, unconscious and submerged in his bathtub. Around 11 a.m., officers arrived to find multiple cans of compressed air on the counter, several pill bottles scattered nearby, and the room eerily silent except for the bathtub jets. First responders pronounced him dead on scene. A subsequent toxicology report from the LA County coroner confirmed an accidental drowning induced by alprazolam, Xanax, and difluorothane inhalation. No signs of foul play were found, though his mother publicly demanded further investigation. The tragic scene reignited conversations about addiction, mental health, and unanswered questions surrounding his death. Fans, family, and close friends mourned deeply, sharing heartfelt tributes across social media and news outlets. His fiancée and son were reportedly at home at the time, making the discovery all the more devastating. 4. XXXTentacion, 2018. On June 18, 2018, at approximately 3:56 p.m., Florida State Troopers arrived outside Riva Motorsports in Deerfield Beach after witnesses reported shots fired. Officers discovered 20-year-old rapper Jose XXXTentacion Onfroy slumped in the driver's seat of his black BMW, fatally shot by 2 masked assailants who blocked him with an SUV. He was rushed to the hospital but pronounced dead shortly after. Investigators recovered a stolen Louis Vuitton bag with $50,000 in cash, confirming a robbery murder. Surveillance tapes later shown in court revealed one suspect with a rifle, another with a handgun, demanding his chain before opening fire. In April 2023, 3 gunmen were convicted and sentenced to life in prison. A 4th took a plea. Fans worldwide were stunned. Public memorials, hashtag tributes, and heated debates on violence and celebrity safety engulfed social media. 5. FPG Duck, 2020. It was around 4:26 p.m. on August 4, 2020, when Chicago police responded to frantic 911 calls near East Oak Street, the city's upscale Gold Coast district. Officers arrived to find 26-year-old rapper Carlton FPG Duck Weekly slumped on the sidewalk, bleeding heavily from multiple gunshot wounds. He had been shopping with his girlfriend when 2 vehicles pulled up, and 4 assailants opened fire, striking him in the chest, neck, and groin before fleeing in SUVs. Responders rushed Duck to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, but he was pronounced dead shortly after 5 p.m. Surveillance from nearby stores helped police identify 6 suspected shooters. By early 2024, all were convicted and sentenced to life without parole. News of Duck's assassination sent shockwaves through the drill rap community. Fans held vigils, murals appeared across Chicago, and the case reignited debates on urban gun violence intertwined with musical fame. 6. Nipsey Hussle, 2019. On March 31, 2019, just after 3:20 p.m., LAPD officers flooded the parking lot of Nipsey Hussle's own Marathon clothing store, responding to frantic 911 calls reporting gunfire. They discovered 33-year-old Ermias Nipsey Hussle Askedam slumped beside his luxury SUV, struck by at least 10 shots to the head and torso, multiple bullet wounds confirmed by the coroner. He was rushed to a nearby hospital, but pronounced dead at 3:55 p.m. Investigators quickly focused on Eric R. Holder Jr., who engaged Nipsey in a tense conversation before returning to fire repeatedly, even kicking the fallen rapper. Holder was arrested 2 days later and, in February 2023, convicted of first-degree murder and attempted voluntary manslaughter, receiving 60 years to life. The scene was raw and chaotic, bullet casings glinting in the sun, blood pooling, stunned fans on the sidewalk. Vigil attendees later panicked amidst false gunfire reports, causing injuries among mourners. The South LA community erupted in grief and tribute, murals, memorials, and public outpourings. His tragic death became a flashpoint, reviving discussions on gang violence, community impact, and police response in Los Angeles. 7. King Von, 2020. In the early hours of November 6, 2020, Atlanta PD and Georgia Bureau agents closed in after gunfire erupted near Monaco Hookah Lounge. They found 26-year-old Davon Benet, known as King Von, bleeding from multiple gunshot wounds, including a fatal shot to the head. He was rushed in a private car to a nearby hospital, but pronounced dead hours later. The Fulton County Medical Examiner reported Von suffered at least 6 gunshot wounds, 1 to the head exiting his skull, and close-range powder burns, indicating execution-style killing. Toxicology also revealed a blood alcohol level of 0.19%, with marijuana and codeine in the system. Reddit users analyzing body cam footage noted his calm strength. Von was conscious throughout the whole car ride to the hospital, telling those in the car, "Don't cry for him." The case remains officially closed after the arrest of Timothy Leaks, though charges were later dropped under Georgia's Stand Your Ground law. The loss rocked the hip-hop world. Murals, tributes, and emotional remembrances flooded social media, sparking discussions around violence. 8. Takeoff, 2022. In the early morning of November 1st, 2022, Houston PD were alerted to gunfire erupting outside a private party at 810 Billiards and Bowling at roughly 2:50 a.m. Upon arrival, officers discovered 28-year-old Kersnick Takeoff Ball suffering from multiple gunshot wounds to his head and torso. He'd been playing dice when shots rang out and chaos ensued. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Surveillance footage captured a gunman opening fire. Witnesses say Takeoff was an innocent bystander caught in crossfire. Investigators are hunting key suspects, and the tragedy sparked worldwide mourning. Fellow Migos members Quavo and Offset led tributes, while social media and fans shared raw grief in real time. The violence in broad daylight sent shockwaves across the global hip-hop community. 9. Pop Smoke, 2020. In the early hours of February 19th, 2020, Los Angeles police received a 911 call reporting a home invasion in the Hollywood Hills. At approximately 4:30 a.m., officers arrived to find 20-year-old Bashar Baraka Jackson, known as Pop Smoke, lying fatally wounded inside a second-story Airbnb rental after mass intruders forced entry via the balcony. Shot 3 times during a struggle, he was rushed to Cedars-Sinai, but succumbed to a gunshot wound to the chest. Investigators recovered surveillance footage showing one suspect holding a rifle, another with a handgun, demanding a Rolex before firing. 5 suspects, 3 adults, and 2 teenagers were arrested. In February 2025, the lead shooter received a 29-year sentence. The tragedy shocked the music world. Social media flooded with grief. Murals appeared across Brooklyn, and tributes poured in globally as fans mourned the loss of a rising rap icon. These aren't just headlines, they're real lives, real dreams, from gunshots in the dark to overdoses in empty rooms. These moments reveal the haunting cost of fame and the fragile line between legend and tragedy. Behind every siren and crime scene tape was a son, a friend, an artist who once lit up the world. Which case hit you the hardest? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more gripping deep dives into true crime, music's lost stars, and the untold stories that refuse to fade away.